Against my will, a Nigerian girl forced to marry a poor man by her wicked stepmother. In the quiet village of Umudik, surrounded by rolling hills and rustling palm trees, lived a girl named Ifeoma. With her deep brown eyes, braided hair, and warm, patient smile, she looked like a child born of sunlight and hope. But her story was anything but peaceful. Ifeoma lost her mother when she was only 7. Her mother, Ngozi, had been a gentle woman who poured love like rain into her daughter's life. Her death left a silence that even the loudest village drumming could not break. Ifeoma's father, Elder Madu, a respected man known for his wisdom and carved walking stick, became a shell of himself. Within a year, he remarried a woman named Neka, a widow from the neighboring village. Neka was beautiful, tall, and commanding. At first, villagers thought Elder Madu was lucky to have found another companion. But it wasn't long before whispers floated through the village, that Neka was harsh with Ifeoma, that she hoarded food, and that she subtly turned father against daughter. By the time Ifeoma was 16, she had become more of a servant than a daughter in her own home. Neka's son from her previous marriage, Obinna, was loud, spoiled, and idle. He spent his days lounging while Ifeoma swept the compound, fetched water, and cooked without thanks. Yet Ifeoma held on to hope. Her escape was school. Elder Madu, in one of his clearer moments, had promised his late wife he would see their daughter educated. So every morning, with her tattered notebooks and worn-out sandals, Ifeoma walked miles to the village school. Her dream was simple, to become a nurse. She studied under moonlight, read beside a kerosene lamp, and avoided the wrath of her stepmother with quiet endurance. Her teachers praised her intelligence, and her classmates admired her calm strength. But all of that was about to change. One fateful day, Ifeoma returned from school to find an unusual gathering in her compound. Elders, including the village chief, sat on low stools. Her father, once proud and upright, looked tired and uncertain. Beside him stood a man she recognized vaguely, Okonkwo, a poor, aging farmer known for his many debts and few words. Her heart dropped. Ifeoma, her father said slowly, avoiding her eyes, Chief Okonkwo has come to ask for your hand in marriage. The words slammed into her like a thunderclap. Marriage, she whispered. But I am only 17. And I want to finish school. Neka stepped forward with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Your father has spoken. It is a great honor. Okonkwo has promised 10 bags of yam and 2 goats. Do you know how much that is in these hard times? Ifeoma looked at her father in disbelief. Papa, please, you said you would let me finish school. You promised Mama. Elder Madu's face twisted in shame. It is for your good, my daughter. He is a man. He will take care of you. But I don't love him. He is old enough to be my father. I want to finish school. Enough. Neka shouted. You are not too young. In my time, we married at 15. You think this book you carry will feed you? Tears streamed down Ifeoma's face as she ran into the bush behind the house. She cried until her throat was dry, her dreams crumbling like old leaves beneath her. In the days that followed, preparations began for her wedding. No one asked for her consent. Her father had fallen silent, withdrawn. Neka walked around the compound like a queen, supervising every detail. Okonkwo visited often, bringing gifts she refused to touch. But Ifeoma did not give up. One evening, she sneaked out to see her school teacher, Mrs. Kalu, a kind woman who had often encouraged her. Ma, she whispered, sobbing, they want to marry me off. I can't. I want to finish school. I want to be somebody. Mrs. Kalu listened, held her hands, and said, you are already somebody, Ifeoma. But we must fight for your right. I will speak to the school board. The rights of a child are protected by law. Within days, Mrs. Kalu arranged a visit from a social welfare officer from the town. When he arrived, Neka resisted fiercely. This is our tradition, she barked. You people from the city want to destroy our culture. But the officer was firm. She is a minor. She has a right to education. Marriage without consent is a violation of her rights. The case divided the village. Some supported Iphioma, others whispered that she had been corrupted by book. But her courage inspired other girls. And when Elder Madhu finally broke down in tears and admitted he had been pressured by Neka and poverty, the village elders withdrew their support for the marriage. Okonkwo left in shame. Neka's influence dwindled. And Iphioma returned to school with a new fire in her eyes. Years later, she graduated as one of the top students in her class. She won a scholarship to study nursing in the city. Her story spread across the region, a girl who stood against child marriage and changed her fate. She came back to Umudike not as a bride but as a trained nurse, opening a small clinic to help mothers and children. She walked with her head high, a living testimony of what education and resilience could do. Her stepmother never apologized, but Iphioma no longer needed it. She had reclaimed her life, her voice, and her dreams. And through it all, she remembered her mother's words. No matter how dark the night gets, the sun will rise. You are the sunrise.